Now that we're actually inside the venue for the Mutimer pop-up, I thought I'd grab a couple pieces that will sort of stand out in my opinion, and I basically almost grabbed everything off the rack because I truly do love this brand. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start with jackets first. Let's go ahead and do that. I'll put the microphone on my shirt here, and then we'll get to trying some stuff on. Cool. So the first one is known as the Thierry jacket. I just threw the flipping jacket and not the hanger. What an idiot. If you're wondering what I'm doing, there's a mirror in front of me here, so that's why. What do you think, guys? It's a little bit more lightweight than I was thinking, so I'm not sure how good this would be for the winter time. But it is a super nice standout color. Obviously, that olive military green everybody loves. So yeah, fits cool. So I think medium would be the size that I rock with if I get this piece. Let's try on the next one. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Yes, lads, this is a bit of me. I'll be honest. I think this is coming home. I do actually have the original black leather jacket. So for those watching that have already seen the jacket that I own, I know it looks very, very similar. But listen to me, I don't care. This is a definite cop. Let's zip it up. See what this looks like on body. Yeah, how sick is that? The shape on his bomber jacket is a joke. Amazing. Definite cop. Okay, now this is the navy mohair knit in the size small, and I like it. What I might do is actually try to size up and see how that looks, because at the moment it's a little bit snug on my forearms, and I don't know. I would kind of want it to be a bit more relaxed. So yeah, it's cool. Actually, let me throw on that bomber to give you exactly the vision that I'm looking for. Let's see, put it down. Yeah. Are you stupid? Are you stupid, bro? This is so clean. Yeah. That's a fit right there, folks. That is a fit right there. I think if I was to take something home with me today, it would definitely be these two pieces. Absolute standouts in the entire collection. Last but not least is the Mutimer Raw Selvage denim jeans. I'm not gonna lie, this is cool. It's got a nice little embroidery patch at the back there. M for Mutimer, obviously. And yeah, this is a full kit one, I guess. Mutimer, almost head to toe. I think I might be taking mostly everything home today. But to be fair, I did wait a hell of a long time. A 3.5 hour queue. I believe I deserve it. Let's go on out of here and check some more of the pop-up out. I think out of all the items that you've seen today, this might be the one that I'm actually letting go. You guys tell me in the comments, is it a mistake to drop this jacket? It's pretty cool. It's got a nice plaid lining. As you can see, it fits very well with the outfit that I have on at the moment. Yeah, cool. I don't know if it's as cool as some of the other pickups I have today. So yeah. Copper drop, guys, copper drop. Good morning and welcome to what will hopefully be an eventful second part of the video. It is the next day. I've put on what I've picked up from the Mutimer pop-up, and yeah, the reason why we are headed back there is because Jasper agreed to a little bit of an interview, so hopefully, things pull through and we can actually get to speaking to him about his brand, because that was a super cool opportunity that I couldn't pass up. Anyway, we are headed on the way to the station to go back to Greek Street. Alright guys, we just made it into the pop-up. Obviously this is the second day, the very last day, Sunday. And guys, I'm gonna tell you, the stark difference between yesterday and today is absolutely insane. Not to say that there's virtually nobody lining up, but there is a significantly more minimal queue than what we had before. So yeah, part of me is kind of regretting the whole lineup and the 3.5 hour wait yesterday, but it's cool, it is what it is. At least I get to rock the pieces that I bought yesterday today. Alright, just real quick, these are the London exclusive t-shirts. I think they're called the Ringer tees. It's a very like retro fitted, panel t-shirt. No, you're good, you're good. With Mutimer directly in the middle. I think these designs are cool. I don't know if I could personally rock these, but they come in 3 colors. We'll show that in the B-roll, and then we'll get on to a very special part of the episode, interview with Jasper. Let's do it.
I'm Jasper and I run the brand Mutimer.
Okay, so we'll start off with the first question, Jasper. Obviously, this is your first international pop-up. What made you choose London as the first location?
London, I think like the UK clothing scene is pretty similar to Australia's, and then 20% of our audience are over here, so feels like it kind of just felt right. It made sense, and then I'm also a big Arsenal fan.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah. So I've been to a few games whilst I'm here. So
Awesome.
That was an added bonus.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So obviously you've done a couple of pop-ups. Most of them, actually all of them, up until today, being in Australia, your hometown. What lessons have you learned from doing those previous pop-ups, and how did you sort of implement them into this weekend?
What lessons? I guess we kind of just built on each pop-up as they've happened. First one, we didn't expect anyone to come, so we actually had no changing rooms. Second one, we had a bit more staff on. Third one, we had to get even more changing rooms. Then fourth one was in Sydney, so then that's managing being in another city and expectations and so on and so forth. So I think for this London one, we were kind of taking all the learnings from Sydney, but then it's just been completely different.
Awesome. If you don't mind me asking, when was your actual first pop-up?
It was in 2022, September,
Right.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's relatively recent. So for you to progress like this quickly is quite insane. So that leads me on to my next question. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't mean to offend you when I ask this, but I knew the brand from social media, from TikTok, specifically. And I'm sure you can attest to this. You've grown quite rapidly in the last couple of years. How would you say that you've dealt with that rising fame, if you want to call it that?
I wouldn't call it fame. I'd say I sometimes get stopped on the street in Melbourne, but that's nothing. No, it's good. I think it's enjoyable. Everyone's always super nice. So it's never been an issue or anything. I think it's just a bit weird hearing people call out your name and you don't know who they are.
Yeah, and you're also relatively young, aren't you? So, how has this sort of mass appeal affected you as a young brand owner?
Um, I'm not sure.
No.
I think I'm a pretty pragmatic person,
Right.
so I don't know. I like to think it hasn't gone to my head or anything. I
Hmm.
think maybe that's a bit. I think it's a very Australian trait to be pretty self-effacing.
I was here yesterday. That's where we got introduced, and as you know, there was a hell of a long line, a hell of a wait for a pop-up, and obviously that's good for your brand. That's good, recognition wise and whatever else. But um, seeing the amount of people that were willing to wait those hours for you, how important is it to maintain brand loyalty?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the nice thing like about the brand and about smaller clothing brands in general is that they aren't this like big behemoth of a
Hmm.
corporation. And so like, it's not I think my favorite thing about doing the pop-ups is like especially in like new cities, like coming and like meeting people I don't necessarily know before. And just like people who buy from the brand, I think being an online only brand means that it kind of loses the human touch of it
Right.
all because
Yeah,
it's
of
just like
course.
you go online, you buy it, and then all of a sudden like a package rocks up at your door.
Hmm.
So it's nice like seeing people's faces and meeting them all, and it just humanizes the brand a bit more. We're not just like this Instagram page from
Mm,
Australia.
of course. And obviously, a bit of a side note. I know obviously you're not the behemoth of a brand that you speak about right now, but do you intend to ever get to that stage, or do you want to kind of keep it humble and keep the brand a bit more personable?
Like I think a nice thing that Stussy do is they have a revenue cap, and like they don't want to make any more than a certain amount of revenue, just because they know to go above that they have to sacrifice some brand values. So I think like for us, that's something we want to do. What that cap is yet,
Mm.
I don't know, but I think I don't want to rock up to work every day and the main thing we care about is percentages and gross margins because we've got dozens of stores in each country. Like that's not what we want to be, and that's why I didn't do a finance
Yeah,
career like my uni degree.
no, I got it. What's in store for you next? What's in the pipeline? And how do you ensure a constant evolution without degrading quality per se?
Yeah, like I think with something like the leather jackets, our margin on them isn't great, but I mean, for me, I knew that I wasn't going to be able to pay $1,000, or sorry, like £500 for a leather jacket. So I think just sacrificing some margin, it's fine for us. Again, that's why I don't want to be a big corporate behemoth where every product has to hit a certain margin because that's how you end up with unattainable
Yeah.
prices on goods. And how do we? I guess the nice thing is like with the brand growing is that we can expand the team for people to be able to focus on details for the product and like ensure that it's still there
Hmm.
as we grow.
Yeah. You've teased some stuff on social media whenever you promo upcoming releases. Is there anything in the pipeline in the next couple months that we should be looking forward to expect?
I guess we're just trying to like expand our product range a bit. Like we started doing it with like the leather carry-all tote bag, and then we're introducing a few more like fabrics in that. We want to do another bag. We're doing some sunglasses,
Oh,
just like
awesome.
slowly expanding. Then we're like expanding like homewares and things like that.
Yeah.
Just kind of like I think we've built a world with the brand, and like currently that's just clothes, and we just want to expand with a few more product offerings.
Obviously, as I mentioned, I sort of found your brand across social media. How important do you think social media has become um, when it comes to starting up a business and gaining that traction online?
Yeah, I mean, for me, like I completely like bootstrapped the brand just like through working part-time jobs and such when I was like 20, 21. So
Hmm.
the nice thing about social media and like TikTok and like the algorithm whatever is that it's free. Like to make videos is free
Yeah, of
because
course.
I didn't have money to throw at like big
Yeah.
advertising budgets at the time or anything. So I reckon that's the best thing about social media in terms of the brand, but then I don't know. I don't like everyone says. I don't love it. I bought a brick to brick my phone, so like my screen time's gone very low.
What advice would you give to up and coming brands when it comes to making a move as courageous as starting up a pop up in an international city, no less?
Yeah, I guess what I'd say is that like there was just we had a bit of data around it. Like 20% of our sales or around that are from the UK. So like we had some data that there were sales here, but then it's always the unknown of like getting people to come here. So I think it's just like making an educated guess. Like look, for example, we're not very big in China at the moment.
So you wouldn't dare go there?
I wouldn't go to China in
No,
a
of
month.
course. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
We'd want to like build it up and then test it, but I think yeah.
I think that's going to wrap the interview up here. Listen, thank you so much for your time,
No
mate. I
worries.
really do appreciate it. And I'm so thankful that I was actually able to talk to you yesterday and we set this up. So, again, appreciative of your time and I wish you all the success.
No worries. Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Good to meet you.
Thank you, man.